Howdy once again, gamers, and welcome back to the couch, where you and I will sit down and watch an analog horror together, because we all know watching an analog horror is easier with friends. Today, we've got a nice cozy one. That's why I've got my big boy hoodie on, because we're gonna get nice and cozy. I haven't seen anyone cover this yet, and I don't think the series is done, but I don't know if this is the main focus of this channel. I am covering today the series called All Eyes on You by Joy. The reason why I found this is because you might have seen Mr. Friends, The Moon Woke Up, his whole series blowing up and getting memed to death all over the internet. I mean, it's an interesting series. He's made a bunch of other cool analog horrors that other people have covered. It's not really my style, and he does a lot of the short-form phobia content where it's like, oh, what would you do in this situation? Like a black hole shows up in the middle of New York City. It's like, well, I would just f***ing die. Like, what else would you expect to happen? We're just gonna die. He makes a lot of that stuff, and especially the one where, like, the moon has a face, and I got recommended this one because, of course, I watched those myself. I was like, oh, that's kind of freaky, but it's nothing like I would cover in a series or whatever. This one, however, changed my mind. This one takes that concept and actually makes a legitimate, like, cosmic horror angle to it. So, I don't know too much about it other than these planets got faces. And we're going to find out why. And there's going to be a lot more, like, scientific debate, a lot more fun, a lot more and it just gives you that nice, warm, cozy, like, old-school analog horror that I've been missing. That's why I got my fun hoodie on. If you can read it, have fun in the comments. So from that, keep the intro short and sweet. Let's jump into All Eyes on You. First video.
Video 1. All Eyes on You. On November 21st, 1991, the moon began staring at the Earth. It has not stopped since.
But this series is just messing. My recording is not working. I got halfway through this and realized none of my capture equipment was working. So the authenticity is going to be died off a tiny bit until we get about halfway through. Just saying that right now because I like all my authenticity on this channel. I like realness on this channel. And that's what we're here for. All Eyes on You, video 1. Let's do it.
Our relationship with the solar system and the wider universe has always been a distant one. There is no relationship, really. We've observed, recorded, like a voyeur from very far away. Even the moon was out of reach to us until the 1960s. When we look up today and consider how exposed we are, we shouldn't be surprised. We stare into the darkness. And now the darkness stares back.
Oh, sick logo, brah. Sorry. Seriously, it's a really cool logo. All Eyes on You. An ambient horror. I really thought this was called cosmic horror. On November 21st, 1991, the moon began staring at the Earth and has not stopped since. Terrifying sentence. We now know it has occurred at approximately 7:34 p.m. GMT, and it did not take long for all of Earth to notice and stare back in terror. It was not the kind of thing any regime could hide. And the archive, in similar fashion, could not... Oh, God, I can't read this. It was not the kind of thing any regime could hide. The archive, in similar fashion, could only look on as the human race. Uncredited and helpless, were forced to reevaluate everything they had assumed for millennia. I mean, yeah, if the moon starts staring back at you, you're going to start asking questions.
Just this hour, hundreds of reports have been made to authorities this evening as callers claim to have witnessed a, quote, man in the moon. Indeed, visual deformations on the surface of the Earth's closest celestial neighbor would indicate some form of rare cosmic phenomenon.
As the nights went on, shifting of the shadows across the moon's face only made things more apparent. There were no cries of conspiracy or illusion. No one could deny what their own eyes told them, and no one had any explanation. Ew. This is where I got to. For here on out, it's the real deal. Nose job. You can see. Like, I know this is playing off the stuff that Mr. Friend has done, but there's also that phenomenon where people think they see faces on the planets all the time. Like an ancient species. No, bitch, this is real. Sorry, I called you that. It did not come as the blockbusters predicted. There were no great chaos that engulfed the Earth, or any sustained rise in criminality, or... Damn, using gamer words. The world simply stared in stunned quietude. The moon gazed silently too, unblinking, unkind, and unperturbed. Inevitably, the fantastical event got a name. The glare. The glare.
Psychologists can cry mass psychosis because it's affecting the goddamn tides, and it's not as if we can accuse the Chinese or the Russians or whatever. No one has the tech for this. I think it's a warning. I think it's God's way of saying, I have my eye on you fuckers. I'm watching
thinking about
you.
that. In 1992, with no small reluctance, NASA released images of the wider solar system. If they had not, the hobbyist astronomical community would have no doubt done it for them, selling pictures off to the highest bidder, newspapers and television stations.
New photographs released by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration have confirmed what many scientists have quietly dreaded. These hazy images, taken by
so it is like
terrestrial and
topographical
orbital telescopes around the world, reveal the new reality of our solar neighborhood. This is the new face of Mars.
No, thank you.
This is Venus. You can just make out her facial features, penetrating the dense cloud layers of our sister world. Even the Jovian system isn't free from this new reality.
Hey! Excuse me. A special investigation in 1995 conducted by the UN's new Geocentral Commission brought together some of the world's leading couldn't read that fast enough. The UN's new Geocentral Commission brought together some of the world's leading psychoanalysis professionals. They attempted to evaluate each planet's facial expression for signs of humanity or any indication of intent. Okay. Chairman. Ugh. They all look so just like RBF. And they have teeth. (1995) Jovian flyby. Ew! I don't like that one. I don't like Jupiter's face. It's still just pinging right at Earth. It's like, I see you. But why?
Why? Why do you treat us so?
Be crazy if it like turned around and watched the satellite fly away. Little meaning could be discerned from most expressions. The faces remained motionless, even over the course of months and years. This lay the question of sentience. It remained entirely unanswered. Yeah.
Caution, all sites are reporting readiness. Standing by for final request. Site 1. You have authorization to detonate in 10 seconds. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3.
Is it because we got nukes? Is that why they're staring at us? Paragraph of text can explain it to me. In 1997, the United States secretly returned to the surface of the moon, and it's proposed that a careful sequence of nuclear detonations to investigate a reaction from the moon, or the UNGC preferred to call it November Site 1. So they nuked the moon to see if it would flinch. Like, oh, you're gonna... Oh, what you got? Fight back. Timing of each explosion could be used to encode a message. There were various proposals. I feel like there's other ways to do that, but I understand using nukes to get your point across. It's the most powerful thing we have. Are you alive? What do you want? Show us a sign. That is the number of pi. And that is the radius of the half of pi, I believe. In the end, a simple message was chosen. Blink. Woo-hoo! That's good. Blink. Blink, you bitch. Come on. Come on. Show it blinking. Show it blinking. Come on. Please. There was no response. Okay. Fair enough.
Stunning new revelation. This time from the European Space Agency's NEAR probe.
Near probe.
Scientists in Europe received close-up images of the asteroid Eros, and as you can see, the results were fascinating.
Everything's got a face! Lovely. Lovely, chap. In 2001, a group of freelance astronomers in Norway published a detailed analysis of the sun, revealing sunspots frequently have become unusually common in certain places. Here we go. Show me the sun's face. September 1999. December 1999. March 2000. July 2000. September 2000. December 2000. Overlaying several months of surface activity, they produce an average image of the sun. The sun has a freaking face on it. And it doesn't look too happy, but it is the sun. So, in 2004, the Cassini probe transmitted images of the Saturnian system. Okay, Saturn. I don't like Saturn's face. No. Don't do this. Don't do this to me. Are you kidding me?
The Cydonia probe takes off at last. A joint effort between NASA, the ESA, and the UNGC, among various other parties.
Okay, I'm in. In 2006, 8 months after the launch of the extrasolar observation satellite Cydonia, Earth received its very first images of an exoplanet. Hazy as it was, the implications were undeniable. The Cydonian team dubbed it the exoplanet 7EG whatever. No thank you. Nope, we're done. Nope, I hate this. I hate it. This is filling me with a dread I didn't have before. Joy, you have me hooked. Oh my god. Edited and rendered by Joy. Good dude, this is fantastic. Holy shit. Music by Cthulhu. I didn't know it was called ambient horror, but I guess it is more of a cosmic ambient horror because it's not. I mean, if any of you are a longtime subscriber or follower of me, you know how much I'm a sucker for liminal spaces and how much I love the back rooms. And if I could cover every single like backroom analog horror, I would. Maybe if there's a Patreon, I might do that. But that's up to y'all. I love a quiet horror that just makes you, like, I have chills going up my back right now after seeing that fucking face at the end there. I love a quiet horror that just makes you go like, what is happening? That's not just like, oh, blood, guts, kill, and just like jump scare. Like, not to knock Five Nights at Freddy's, but the opposite of Five Nights at Freddy's. Ones that make you just go like, what? Things that, like cosmic horror, things that make you just physically unable to understand it. That's why I liked the Unorthodox Kitten series I did so long ago, because it was so damn confusing, but it was so intriguing that I wanted to learn more about it. Damn, man. Well, you know what they say. Next video.
Video 2. The Screaming Giant. On November 21st, 1991, the Jovian system, along with the rest of the universe, began staring at the Earth. They have not stopped since.
All right, next video, The Screaming Giant. So I was reading more into Joy and in the descriptions. It sounds like he made the first video kind of as a standalone project. He has a few other standalone analog horror like animations and projects on his channel. Cosmic or ambient quiet analog horror that I may check out in the future if y'all want me to, because so far that first one was really good, and I think given the perception they got from the first one, they wanted to explore more like specific sectors of this universe. So now I think this one revolves specifically around Jupiter. So let's see what secrets Jupiter's and his creepy little face is hiding, and why he is staring at the pale blue dot. Sound like the most YouTuber ass entrance. But am I not a YouTuber? Oh, I hate that it's bulging. We now know with the great confidence that on November 21st, 1991, every celestial body with at least 50 light years began staring at the Earth. Oh, Europa, Jovian system. We know Europa well. Oh, you can see the face bulging on the side. Ganymede. What you are listening to is now the sound of the Jovian gas giant captured by a sensitive deep space probes. Oh. It's haunting. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. It looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy, but he's like, oh! I hate it. I hated that. Assuming the principle of cosmic uniformity holds true, inner solar as our assumptions matter any longer. The glare may apply to every large celestial body in the universe. Oh. The implications regarding Earth's significance in the universe and its intention of the planets remain speculative. Oh. Well, they made that more terrifying now that we know basically Jupiter is like doing those like Gregorian chants, like oh, it sounds like those like scary like CVS Halloween ghosts, but coming from a planet that's terrifying. Well, you know what they say, cookie can't crumble without watching the next video.
Video 3. The Planet with a Billion Eyes. On November 21st, 1991, the Satorian system, along with the rest of the universe, began staring at the Earth. They have not stopped since. They have not stopped since. They have not stopped. They have not stopped. They have not stopped. They have not stopped.
Yeah.
November 21st, 1991, was the year the universe turned and stared at the Earth. Every planet, every moon, and the Saturnian system was no exception. The faces of the Saturnian realm are unreadable and cold, but not unchanging. The icy moon of Enceladus, its surface ever shifting, ever cracking under the immense gravitational pull of Saturn. Its surface is reshaped constantly by the formation and destruction of ice sheets. The face warps over the decades. The disfigured moon, Hyperion, tumbles in its orbit. As it spins, its eyes rapidly move across the cratered surface so as to always face the Earth.
Oh, God.
Since 1991, every world throughout our galactic region, perhaps even the whole universe, have been transfixed on our planet. More likely.
Oh, God. It looks pissed.
Though obscured by thick methane clouds, infrared telescopes allowed astronomers to penetrate deep into Titan's atmosphere. This was the result.
Don't. Oh, what is, it's like,
In 2009, the United Nations Geocentral Commission produced a report into the Saturnian gas giant and its elaborate rings. Thousands of asteroids were photographed, analyzed, illustrated.
That one's like,
as Saturn glared at the Earth, so too did its billions of orbital offspring.
I hate that. Oh! I'm trying to cope with humor. Well, how'd it going?
The smaller the body, the more disfigured the faces tended to be. Was every face unique?
Hey guys, it's me.
Did they possess self-awareness?
No!
The report was inconclusive.
Christmas gift this holiday season, adopting an asteroid is the perfect way to show your loved ones you care. Pick from a range of thousands of faces, and you'll receive a certificate of adoption along with a photograph of your space rock. The best part? You'll be helping to fund ongoing research into the mystery.
Whoa, I saw that. You're not getting away from me. Not with Eagle Eyes Mahone on the case. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this image. This is goddamn terrifying. That's the Earth right there. And these are all the faces just staring. I now have a new fear. Good Lord. February 2, 2024, the UNGC made a startling discovery. The red giant star Pollux in the constellation Gemini had a face, but it was not looking at the Earth. Subsequent analysis revealed that dozens of stars in this region beyond a distance of about 35 light years were not fixed on our world. What does that mean? They were looking at something else. No, thank you. No, thank you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to make a theory that if it's staring at something else, does that mean that planet has life on it? I bet I'm right. Okay. Next video.
Video 4. Thus spoke the ice giant. They.
Ignition and liftoff of Odyssey, taking to the skies for its long journey.
I'm sorry, I didn't
to the
know.
outer solar system, bound for Uranus. The probe will make its way past the moon in the coming days.
What
then
the
on to
hell?
Jupiter for a gravity assist before arriving at the Uranian system.
There's a jump scare. All right, today we're looking at Uranus.
On November 21st, 1991, every planet, moon, and asteroid in the solar system began staring at the Earth. Uranus had been no exception, but observations in 2006 had revealed an unsettling reality about the seventh planet from the Sun.
It too had a face. Bum 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 bum. It's so loud. Whew. I will put a headphone warning for sure. Jesus
spoke.
Lord. What? It spoke. Ew. That's the most detailed one yet. Do all its rings have little faces? The Odyssey probe arrived at Uranus in 2018 for the express purpose of analyzing speech patterns and determining what it was saying. By 2023, enough data had been compiled to establish a committee of leading experts in linguistics.
Over short enough timescales, nothing would appear awry. Photographs taken of Uranus in 1998 had revealed nothing unusual, at least by the standards of the new paradigm. But as the months and years passed, the giant's mouth was seen to move. Not a trick of the light, a very real phenomenon.
Fly into it.
What you're seeing
2001.
here is what we call
It's pre 9/11.
These are the
Vasenes?
visible mouth movements that we make when we speak.
Oh.
And would you be able to sort of lip read, I guess?
Is that Neil deGrasse Tyson?
It would be incredibly difficult. We don't know what language it's speaking or what the context is.
But not impossible.
That sounds like Neil
No,
deGrasse Tyson.
not impossible.
In 2024, the Uranian Unusual Activities Committee based in Berlin released its research findings. While no consensus has been reached on the planet's message, some critical conclusions were made. All right, I'm 100% going to need to pause these. Site 7, which I assume means it's the seventh planet from the sun, demonstrates prolonged topological distortion that is identical to human speech. The committee finds that through rigorous comparison to regular human speech and its accompanying mouth movements, see Section A for the list of the 13 standard Vasenes, S7's continuous facial distortions are completely indistinguishable from regular speech. Site 7 is speaking a human dialect. The committee agrees that S7's consistence with the lipped rounding, i.e. rounded vowels, distinct billables, P and M, and laboidental. Oh, okay. So, like billables are I just looked at myself in the camera. And then the ones that say dental, like that, like vibrate your teeth a little bit when you say it. And then the rounded vowels are like vowels. So it's like saying, like, it's making like, it's obviously saying something. What? Site D is repeating a message. The committee finds that S7's Vasine movements are from a pattern that repeats approximately every 2.3 years, We identify that a single sentence is being spoken following a pause of approximately 29 days and then repeated. How does it know to pause for about a month? All right. Vaseem actions are mostly coherent and have been cataloged. The committee provides an exhausted list of S7's Vaseems, which may be useful for future studies, and attempts to translate what is being said. These are provided in order they occur, but some list items are unfortunately clearer than others, i.e. items 12 and 14 are almost indiscernible, while item 2 is almost certainly a sound. See addendum C for the full catalog. The behavior is not proof of sentience. Okay. The committee remains divided on the question of S7's sentience. While its behavior is suggestive on a level of intelligence, it is not enough to conclusively define the subject as a sentient entity. S7's behavior could just as easily be manufactured by yet an unknown force, or S7 could be repeating a message without necessarily knowing what it's saying. That makes sense. So they're like, these celestial bodies cannot have sentience of their own. They have to be being controlled by some other force we are unaware of or just don't understand. And it's like being forced to repeat this message for somebody to, like, for us to figure out. Like the aliens are doing it. Some alien species or something. Oh, wow. This is addendum C, the catalog of the Vaseems. Following is the committee's best approximation of Site 7's mouth movements alongside estimates of what sound these would suggest. Okay, I'm not going to read all of these, but luckily, Daddy Ghost always comes prepared with a notebook. So let's write down the letters we do see. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this, but I wrote down at least the letters that they have written out, and it's DSLT, TNGT, and then WN. The only thing I can kind of see is the middle word TNGT, which could be tonight, but I don't know how that would relate to anything. I might check the comments after this to see if anyone has pieced it together. Somebody might have, so we'll check that at the end of this. But honestly, I'm not a linguistics person. I actually have extreme dyslexia, so... And here I am on a show where I read a lot of things, but it is helping. I will be honest, but I can't discern anything from that. I've been staring at this for like 20 minutes now. I can't figure it out. F it. We're looking at the comments right now. Instead of the W, some people think it's an H, so HN. I don't know how that helps me, but well, if anything jumps out later on in the video.
When it was found in 2024 that certain bodies near and within the constellations of Gemini and Orion were not looking at the Earth, astronomers were intrigued. It did not take long for this alternative focal point to be triangulated and identified. This place came to be known as Focus 2, or F2, and was sourced to the system Gliese 299 in the constellation Lepus.
Sorry.
More specifically, F2 was identified to be a terrestrial planet.
It's got a binary star right there.
System. The planet, Gliese 229AC, had been an exoplanet candidate some years before.
That shit's got a city on it.
The discovery of F2 had all but confirmed its existence.
Like 18 light years away from Earth. 2025, the Committee of the Identification of Extraterrestrial Foci was established as a sub-branch of the UNGC. A mission was to discover new focal planets. Within a year, a third focus was discovered and confirmed. The possibility of more foci seemed likely, but due to the light speed limitations, only those closest to Earth would be visible. Okay, so certain groups are looking at other terrestrial planets.
In early 2026, the UNGC, in coordination with every national space agency on Earth, announced an ambitious project. An orbital telescope built for the express purpose of investigating potential and confirmed foci. The Caroline Herschel was catapulted into deep space in March 2028.
Oh, it's in the future.
And by September, it was sending back its first images.
Oh, shit. Caroline Herschel assisted in confirming that Teegard B was the focal point of at least 17 planets and stars. Initial observations suggested it did not have a face. Okay. Oh. July 5th, 2029, routine observation was interrupted by sudden, as of yet unexplainable event. Images captured of Teegard B between 4:09 and 4:12 GMT contained highly unusual artifacts. Okay. Huh. Between 4:12 and 4:32, images captured on the Teegard system became incoherent. What does it say on the bottom? Censored due to potential ink. I'm sorry. Censored due to potentially cognito-hazardous properties. Yes, I love cognito-hazard shit. What kind of cognito-hazard are we dealing with? Prolonged viewing of these images is reportedly uncomfortable and distressing, inducing mild headaches and temporary confusion. Fuck, and it only lasted for like 20 minutes. Observers of these images struggle to describe what they have seen. The contents of these images are forgotten shortly thereafter. Interesting. Observation of Teegard resumed without issue at 4:33 GMT. Teegard B was gone? It's a... What? So that's the last video in this series as of now. Like I said previously, Joy has other analog horror projects on their channel, but I think this one is really catching the attention of people just because of how prevalent and how popular Mr. Friend's The Moon Woke Up series has been. But they came out around the same time. But I think this is definitely the superior version to that, even though I know Mr. Friend is slowly trying to turn that series into an analog horror because of all of the popularity it's gotten. Rightfully so. He's a fantastic animator. So shout out to Mr. Friend, of course. If y'all want me to cover like his other series, let me know. Joy, you've got a lifelong subscriber to me. I love this ambient horror, cosmic analog horror. It is so good, and just like the quiet dread of this, and the fact that you just hit with those one-liners, just like, it's called The Glare. We sent one message. Blink. We went to Uranus, and it spoke. We resumed observation of Teegard B, and it was gone. Does that mean we're gonna just be gone in like 20 minutes? And I was looking through the comments again, and it looked like someone was like, hey, would you consider releasing an uncensored version? And he goes, and Joy says, I actually had it uncensored completely, but I figured censoring them and adding a cognito hazard would add more of a flair to it. And honestly, that was a fantastic narrative choice. Keep the mystery up. And then if you want to release those images, maybe do it in like a way where there's like a web page or like some kind of secret archive you can find like one or two of the images to kind of be like, oh, that's kind of what's going on. Make it a little bit of a game if that's in your wheelhouse. I think that would add a nice flair to it. Maybe adding a secret link, adding like a secret unlisted YouTube video that shows the images, maybe have a more distorted video from like a secondary YouTube channel, kind of like somebody that's going behind the veil, be like, I'm going to expose these images because there's more going on than what we realize. Like, do the classic ARG analog horror thing. I think that would really help with the series if you want to continue this, because from your descriptions, it sounds like this is just like a small passion project that is starting to blow up, as it rightfully should. This is so good, and I will be coming back to cover more of this if you continue it. Now we get into all the nitty-gritty here. So please make sure, go subscribe to Joy. They've got a lot of good content coming out. They've only have like 1.5K subscribers. I know that's way more than what I have, but I do this as a passion because I love covering this stuff. So please, please, if y'all want me to keep doing this, subscribe, share around to your friends, and I really want to launch this Patreon, and I want to cover a lot more. And if I start a Patreon and I'm able to get some extra dough, I'll be able to do this a lot more often. I'm telling you that right now. As much as I don't want to have to rely on money and all that bullshit, I do work a full-time job on top of this, so my time is limited. I'm also a dad of 2 kids, okay? I've got limited time, so you want more content from me, you gotta support. I'm not asking you to. I would never ask anyone to go outside their means, because trust me, I continue to this day, and have for a long time. I live paycheck to paycheck. I save when I can. I do what I can, but I do this because I love it. So if y'all would be interested in me opening up my members, just something simple. I can't really offer much extra now, but trust me, it'll pay off in the future if it gets to that point. So let me know. Let me know the best way or the best thing y'all could get out of me offering some kind of pay service. Like, what would y'all want to see from that? Would you want to see like more like low quality, like we goof on some analog horrors, or maybe we cover more of a certain topic, like I delve deeper into like all of the backrooms found footage stuff, because there's a lot of good ones, there's a lot of goofy ones, or we could cover like even just non-horror stuff, or maybe something funny, who knows, or I could even play some games. God forbid, I am terrible at games, and yet I start every video with howdy gamers. That's all I have to say. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, please just hit the like button and hit the bell very gently. They've been through so much trauma. They don't need any more of that. They just need your help. So help them out. Give them a good old pat on the back, okay? That's it for me. Enjoy your night. Have a blessed day. From Satan himself. Bye!